Thank you very much for joining me. I'm meteorologist Brian Shields. Of course, I want to get into Hurricane Ernesto, a direct hit, looking more likely into Bermuda and more tropical waves out there. But this just coming in, the earthquake we just had in Jamaica, eastern end of Jamaica. This was a 4.5 in magnitude roughly. The scales kind of update a little bit, 4.4 to about 4.6, 10 kilometers down or 6 miles down. So not incredibly deep, which means a lot of us did feel it. If you can safely, leave your location and what you kind of felt or didn't feel across Jamaica. I'll be going through those comments. So 4.5 this morning, a new earthquake eastern end of Jamaica. Now, behind the scenes, I'm going to be monitoring throughout the day if there's any signs of this being a cluster of earthquakes. Sometimes you could get a series of them in a row. So I'm watching that, but I'll go through your comments. But a 4.5 in magnitude, 10 kilometers down, 6 miles down, just to the north of Kingston in Jamaica, a new earthquake. All right, let's get a look at Ernesto. Here's Ernesto, more and more likely a direct hit into Bermuda. I want to get into that and what to expect for the Atlantic region of Canada with this, and also watching a series of tropical waves headed into the Caribbean for us. We have one right now that's been bringing some of the rain around parts of Martinique this morning. Another tropical wave here, another one off the coast of Africa. Now in the short term with those, let me swing to the first one here. No signs of development, but this will give us some scattered showers and storms. It's not a big blob of rain, kind of a broken area of rain and storms. So some of us completely dry, others will get some rain. I'll track that as we go over that 3-day rain outlook in this video. Another tropical wave here and another one here. Now these two, I've been kind of looking far out. I'm not seeing a lot of development. The air is a little more stable in here. That's good news. We do not need these to develop. We're not rooting for any hurricanes, but back behind it, eventually, we're going to see some new tropical waves moving off later this month. Those are the ones I do think will develop. So I'll be watching the short-term waves and then the bigger ones that are about to come off the coast of Africa. Now, in the short term, watching this, moving into Bermuda as a hurricane. This is Ernesto. Winds right now at about 100 miles per hour. So we've got a healthy Category 2 hurricane that is rolling right into Bermuda and then eventually clipping by the Atlantic region of Canada. So Newfoundland, I'm going to break down things, zoom in, get into some of the winds as we get down the road, and then we'll swing back into the Caribbean. But this here, all of this action, this is why we still have those power outages in parts of the Virgin Islands and Puerto Rico. Here's Bermuda, and you can see this working in as a hurricane tonight into tomorrow. Throughout the day tomorrow, hurricane conditions, especially in the morning, but even lingering through the day as this just kind of saunters its way to the north. But by late tomorrow, we'll start to see some improvements, and then more so as we work our way into Sunday. But it's going to be a long duration. Then by the time we get into Monday morning, this is looking ahead. Here's Nova Scotia, Prince Edward Island, New Brunswick, offshore of Nova Scotia. But then this starts to move into parts of Newfoundland, south side. So what I want to do is start to zoom down. Let's zoom down here first. So here is Bermuda. I highlighted it. Here's Bermuda, and here's the center of this, right? This is the American model. This is 5 o'clock today. So if you have to do any more preps, do them as soon as possible. Conditions are only going to get worse by 8 o'clock this evening. Strong tropical storm conditions. Midnight, we're going to have hurricane conditions for us tonight moving in. And then the center of this may move right on top of Bermuda. Sure, it could be a little to the west, could be a little to the east. Either way, it looks like that eye wall, one way or another, where the strongest winds are, will be coming into Bermuda starting tonight. And then this is all the way through the day tomorrow. Still, we could have the southern eye wall on top of us. And then by the time we get into Saturday night and early Sunday, that's when it starts to move away. So all day on Saturday, dealing with either tropical storm or hurricane conditions. For the good portion of tomorrow, though, it's going to be hurricane conditions in Bermuda, and then eventually, you can see this is Sunday morning, eventually lifting away. Still very gusty winds early Sunday, but that system moving away. So here's Bermuda again, highlight it right in here for you, and these are the winds, kilometers an hour and miles per hour. See, look at these colors. See this red shading? Those are 70 mile per hour winds or 110 kilometers an hour, but that yellow shading, 90-mile-per-hour winds or 145 kilometers an hour. That yellow shading in here with those reds starts to move in with the center of this moving right into Bermuda. The worst weather will be midnight, and then after that, right near sunrise tomorrow, and then through the first half of our Saturday. This is 10 o'clock, could be right in the eye. So horrific weather, really horrible weather. I got to watch my choice of wording. It's not good, let's put it that way. And then this lifting to the north here by the time we get into tomorrow night. So that would be midnight tomorrow night, lifting up to the north. So again, conditions go downhill quickly this afternoon in Bermuda, right? And then the hurricane conditions through the good portion of tomorrow. So please find a spot where you want to be for this system. Do that over the next couple hours and then just lock in, and then you'll get through it. Bermuda is like a rock. You do this so well. We're all thinking of you, and you'll see that love in the comments. But starting later today through the day tomorrow into very early Sunday, but really through the day tomorrow into at least early tomorrow night. The winds of 150 kilometers an hour or 95 miles per hour. There could be some higher gust. If this moves right on top of us, the gust will be even higher than that. The winds could be gusting as high as about 110 miles per hour. As far as the rain goes, 200 millimeters of rain or 8 inches of rain. If we get stuck in the eye wall for a prolonged period of time, that could be even higher. It could be looking at 250 millimeters of rain, 300 millimeters of rain, or about a foot of some rain. So again, on track. That's the good thing. So you've had time to prepare. That's why I do this channel, for safety. But with that said, we have a hurricane coming right at us in Bermuda. And keep me posted if you can safely in the comments, but we'll be thinking of you all night and then all day through the day tomorrow. Now, as we get to the north of there, here's a look at Saturday. So jumping ahead into tomorrow afternoon, let me stop it here. This is by the time we get into Sunday night, and you can see it here. Here comes Ernesto. Here's Nova Scotia right through here. We get over toward Newfoundland, watching Prince Edward Island. Nova Scotia, Cape Breton, that has been hit so hard by storms. We've had a history of those. Most of the action is to the south. The core of it will be to the south, like I was showing you yesterday. But here's the issue. Newfoundland south side, in particular, we're looking at the Avalon Peninsula. That's where we could have some hurricane conditions right across the Avalon area by the time we get into later on Monday. And then this system will depart. There's the front that is helping to curl this. And then this system by Tuesday morning is out of the picture. Worst weather would be later on Monday into Monday night. And let me show it to you with the winds. So you can see here, here's St. John's, here's Cape Breton, Avalon Peninsula right through here. So you get through some of the even forest area. You can see lifting here. There's the core of it right there. So here's Nova Scotia, right? Heaviest weather stays offshore. Yes, there'll be some overwash, incredibly high seas, no doubt about that. Some of the water can pile up in spots, but we need the center of this to be offshore. And then right through the Avalon Peninsula by the time we get into late Monday night, so as we get into very early on Tuesday, strong winds of 50 to about 70 miles per hour, or 80 to about 110 kilometers an hour. And then quickly, deeper into the day on Monday, it will start to move away. But in Newfoundland, especially south side, we are now in action mode, making those preparations. I'm looking at you in the Avalon Peninsula. That's our highly populated area through here, but thinking of everyone to the north. So it's mainly southern and or eastern region, if you will, of Newfoundland. Please make those hurricane preparations over the next couple days. We're going to have the coastal flooding. We've got a couple days to make those preps, which is good. And then hopefully we get a good trend. Hopefully when I see in the next video, this is more offshore. But as of now, tropical storm or hurricane, at least hurricane wind gusts, clipping by the southern end of Newfoundland with this. Now, getting a look at the Saffir-Simpson scale, this here, category 2, and that's what we're looking to have in Bermuda. That would be winds of about 96 miles per hour to 110. That's 154 kilometers an hour to 177. Now, category 1, 74 miles per hour to 95 miles per hour. So looking at about 120 kilometers an hour. We could have some gusts to that. That's a potential in extreme southeastern sections of Newfoundland as we get into later on Monday. And that's why we are making those preps. And you can see here, this is going out in time. This is 1 day out in time, 2 days out, 48 hours. 3 days out. We're 4 days out, showing the strength of Ernesto. Right now, it's a Category 2. It'll maintain that, very close to that as it moves right into Bermuda. Then, yeah, there's going to be a little weakening, so it'll move back down to about a Category 1, but it's still going to be near Category 1 strength, but it's going to gradually transition, lose some of its tropical characteristics. Still a very big wind maker, though, so it'll be a strong tropical storm or very low-end Category 1 hurricane nearby southern Newfoundland, especially southeastern sections, by the time we get into later on Monday. So we've got a couple days to make the preps. That's good. We could see these things coming. That's one of the reasons I like tracking hurricanes, is that we could get ahead of the game and try to kind of beat these things and stay safe and prepare. These seas are going to be nutty, 6-7 a meter, so we're looking upwards of about 30 feet. Now, those swells working in through the Bahamas, east coast of the U.S., dangerous rip currents as we go over the next few days. Of course, very elevated seas, and then you see these elevated seas here. And watching these tropical waves in the Caribbean, it's going to be choppy at times too. So my mariners, with these tropical waves moving in, we'll see a bit of a chop. This here is by the time we get into Tuesday, and you see that area departing. Very heavy weather as we get back toward the North Atlantic region. And then what's kind of left of this is going to merge with a front, and this could head its way toward the United Kingdom. That's a possibility. At least we're going to see some stronger winds that will eventually head that way deeper into next week. So it's amazing how the weather is tied together regionally and simply globally. Now, in the short term, Antigua, Barbuda through Barbados, St. Lucia may catch a couple showers and storms today. Trinidad and Tobago, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. That's with one tropical wave moving in. Not seeing signs of that developing. Spotty showers elsewhere. And then as we work our way into Sunday, same thing, kind of hit or miss showers. But at this point, I'm going to really be watching what's coming off the coast of Africa, because we know we're starting to get deeper and deeper into the hurricane season. The peak of hurricane season is next month, and I do believe we are going to see some development as we get deeper into next month. Wow, that map is not working for me. That one is on the dark side right there, so I'll just skip past that. Let's get a look here. Cuba, Haiti, Dominican Republic. If we get a passing shower or storm the next few days, we could get 50 millimeters of rain or 2 inches of rain. But you see here, not much in the way of that whatsoever as we work our way towards Saba, Statia, St. Kitts, Nevis, and Montserrat. We may get a few passing showers with this tropical wave. A little bit of purple popping up. I was mentioning how some islands may be dry. Others get a quick 50 millimeters of rain plus. Guyana and Suriname, we have been drier. Even northeastern Venezuela, we haven't had nearly as much rain. Watching out for those scattered showers and storms as we work our way back toward parts of Central America. And then you see here as we get over toward Mexico City, some areas of heavier rain that we'll be seeing. Mexico City north, not as much, but we are going to see that potential of flooding as we get back toward Mexico City. Now, a couple areas that I'm watching, all south of Hawaii, but here's Mexico. This spot here may develop, but it should be moving away, so keeping an eye on the eastern Pacific. So for today, 40 to 50% chance of scattered showers and storms in Jamaica. And because we haven't had a tropical wave move by, because we haven't had a whole lot lately, we have been so very hot. So many of us are on the hot side. 30 to 40% chance. Cayman Islands could see some of those scattered showers and storms. Trinidad and Tobago, let me know in the comments. Barbados, a 50% chance today. Same thing in St. Lucia, a 50% chance with that new tropical wave sliding in. About a 40% chance in Grenada. 60% chance St. Vincent and the Grenadines could get some scattered showers, especially in the afternoon and evening. Martinique, we've already had some of that rain that's been nearby. 50% chance in Dominica. We swing to the north. 40 to 50% chance the next couple days in Guadeloupe. 30 to 40% chance Antigua and Barbuda. 30 to 40% chance St. Kitts, Nevis, and Montserrat. So there's not a ton with this tropical wave, but there'll be some downpours in some locations. Tomorrow, Anguilla and St. Bart's up to about a 40% chance. Mainly dry. St. Martin, Saba, and Statia could see a passing shower this weekend. Puerto Rico, by tomorrow, a better chance of a few showers and storms. Same thing, U.S. and British Virgin Islands. Rain chance on the low side across the Bahamas. Lots of sunshine and hot as we get over toward the Turks and Caicos. Isolated shower storm in the Dominican Republic. Very hot in Haiti. Isolated shower storm through the weekend. A 30% chance of a passing shower storm for us in Belize. And then Aruba, Curacao, and Bonaire, once again, mainly dry. A slight 20% chance with that tropical wave moving by in Curacao tomorrow. Guyana, that rain chance has really dropped off. Same thing in Suriname. Just a 20% chance today and Saturday. Isolated shower storm across Cuba. A 60% chance Costa Rica and Panama, scattered to widespread rain and storms. 30 to to 40% chance in Nicaragua, 20 to 40% chance the next couple days in Honduras. And we'll see those scattered showers and storms around Guatemala and El Salvador, isolated flooding, and watching out for areas of flooding. Elevated rain chance in and around Mexico City, 30 to 40% chance Yucatan, Mexico, 30 to 40% chance northern Colombia, a very isolated chance in northern Venezuela. There hasn't been much action, of course. All eyes on Bermuda over about the next 36 hours. So Hurricane Ernesto, that continues to work its way into Bermuda. We are thinking of you with that. And then as we get to the north, Newfoundland, south side, southeastern side, Avalon Peninsula, we are in action mode. We're going to be safe with this as this will start to work in. Now, we have one tropical wave moving into the Caribbean now, and there's a couple more out there. Watching for any signs of development, but more so later this month, bigger tropical waves in an environment that is conducive for development. So we'll start to see some more development in just about a week or two, and I'm going to get ahead of the game on that. I'll be tracking that for you in each video. Thank you for being with me. If you are in Bermuda, please be safe and have a good rest of your day.